Welcome to the Real AI Estate Revolution, the channel where we build the tools that give you a competitive edge. On that note, what if you could create a high-quality, fully researched podcast in minutes without writing a single word or speaking into a microphone? In this video, that's exactly what we're doing. I'm going to show you how to build an AI agent that automatically researches a topic, writes a script, records the audio in a clone of your own voice, and emails it to you, ready to upload onto Spotify. Let's build it. Now, for this project, we're going to be using a platform called n8n. You might be wondering why we're using this instead of something like Zapier or Lindy, for example. So why are we using n8n for this build? The reason is simple. Tools like Lindy or Zapier are great for connecting app A to app B. That's it. But today we're building an AI agent, a system that researches, writes, and speaks for us. n8n is the professional workshop that lets us build that custom agent. It gives us unlimited flexibility and granular control that other platforms just don't have. Best of all, because it's open source, it's practically free to run at scale, saving us hundreds compared to the alternatives. It's a pro tool for pro results. Now, let's get building.
Okay guys, so you start off with going to n8n and you do a quick sign in or get started. I'm going to just go sign in with my name, etc. Really simple to sign in. As you can see here, I've already got quite a few different workflows saved down. So in order to do this one, I'm going to create my new workflow and add my first step. You can change the name to, I'm going to call it Global Property Podcast 2. So I've already made the first one. From here, we're going to go to add the first step.
Now, before we add our first tool, let's quickly break down how n8n works. Just think of it like a property deal. Every deal starts with a trigger. For us, that's a weekly schedule, but it could be a new lead coming into your inbox. It's the event that kicks everything off. Every step after that, the legal check, the surveyor's report, the financial approval, is a node. Each node is a specific job. In our workflow, we'll have one node for research, one for writing, one for creating the audio. It's simply a visual assembly line for our AI agent.
And that opens up a bar to the right hand side. Now we're going to do this on a schedule, and it's going to be on each week. What day? We're going to do it on a Sunday, for example. If you wanted to, you could change that to a Monday. We'll do it on a Monday morning at 7 a.m. and just going to add that as a rule. And then just either press out or just execute step. Executing step just means that it will complete that step immediately. I'm going to click out there and press save. Move that across. And now I'm going to do the first step here, which there are loads of different features or actions to do. And the first one we're going to do is Perplexity.
So what is Perplexity? Why is this important? Our first AI task is research, and for that we're not using a standard chatbot. We're using a tool called Perplexity. Think of it as a super-powered research analyst, not a creative writer. When we ask it a question, it actively scours the internet for the most current information. And crucially for our line of work, it cites its sources. For anyone in commercial real estate, you know that having verifiable, up-to-date data is everything. That's what Perplexity delivers.
A lot of these you can just search for them. Perplexity, I'm gonna do a messenger model. This then opens up the parameters, etc. I already have a Perplexity account API.
Let's slow down and talk about an API. What is it? The easiest way to think of an API is that it's your specialist data agent. Our workflow is the client with a specific need. The API is the agent who takes our precise instructions, goes to the market of data like OpenAI, and brings back exactly what we asked for. It's just how professionals get the right information securely.
API keys. So it's very, and then you can just create a new key, and then create a new key. Create key. And I'm just going to copy that key, and then I'm going to go back to the new one, do paste that in there, and do save. Hopefully, it says it's saved there. I'm just going to retry. Yeah, second account, that's done. And the key thing here on the model side of things is to do sonar deep research.
Inside Perplexity, you'll see I'm selecting the Sonar Deep Research model, which requires a pro account. You could use the free version for simple lookups, but for a professional weekly briefing, we need the highest quality data. The deep research function does a much more exhaustive search across a wider range of sources. It's the difference between a quick Google search and having an analyst pull a full briefing report. For the quality of insight we want for our podcast, the Pro plan is a must.
The text is the prompt. It's pretty long, so what I'm going to do is going to go into my other one and just copy and paste it, but I'll put the prompt in there for you. So you're a senior real estate. Yep. Okay, that's fine. Next one, we're going to do an OpenAI messenger model. And this one, again, create a new credential if you haven't done API keys. What's great is that n8n give you free OpenAI API credits at the start, but no worries. If not, then you can go to Google and then do a new secret key. I'm just going to do podcast n8n2, create secret key, copy that, done, go back to where we were. I'm just going to do create new for this one, and then do save. That's successfully saved. That's done my 5th account. Message a new model. In terms of this, I always try to do minis because it's cheaper. So what I'm going to do is try and find GP40 mini. The prompt, I'll post it, but I'm going to just copy and paste it for now. And go back on here. Yeah, so there we are. Then finally, we're going to do something called ElevenLabs. Now, ElevenLabs, that just turns the prompt, the text even, into my voice. So what we want to do is convert the text into a speech. So we're going to collect that. I have an ElevenLabs account. So I'm just going to click on ElevenLabs app developers. If you click on the developers site on down here, there's a free version of this and you can use it, but I'm just going to go through the APIs just for you guys, just in case. Text to speech, voices goes to read, and models goes to read. I'm just going to change the name to podcast to create a key, copy to clipboard. That's great. I'm going to go back to my n8n account, create a new account, save that, that's done, perfect. And then text to speech. So what you can either do here is from a list. Now, what you can do is just choose one of these different saved voices, or you can do it based on your own voice. What I did actually was based on my own voice. So I went into voices, I then went up to my voice here, and there's a free one and then there's a paid version one. I tried out the paid version one. I actually think the free version one is where you only talk to it for about 5 minutes, compared to this one where you have to talk to it for about 45 minutes to get the different kind of inclinations, etc. But I actually think
safety is the light that brightens up our neighborhood.
There we are. There's that one.
A book is a dream you can hold in your hands.
And that one. So what you want to do, if you want to use a different one, so we're just going to copy the voice ID here. And that's crucial. Because if we go back to here, then either we can choose one of these voices, like Clyde or Drew or Rachel, ignore the Teddies up here. They're the ones I've used before. Roger, Dave, these are all pre-existing ones. Or if you want to do it by ID, then you go here and you do copy voice ID, move over here and you do copy and paste. And then you've got the text, which is the prompts. Everything has a prompt. Convert text to speech. And it's just what that means is it's JSON. It's just a message and then content from the previous input, which is ChatGPT. So I'm going to copy that, paste that in there, and then that's super. Final step in this one, I have a Gmail account, so I'm going to get it to send to my mail. I wonder if it's under mail or Gmail. Type in Gmail and I'm going to get it to send a message. It's already connected to my Gmail account, but again, for you guys, I'm just going to show you how to do this quickly. It's very simple. We just sign in with Google. That's my email address. Continue. And there's the connection done. Message, send. I'm just going to send it to myself. And the subject is going to be CRE Weekly Podcast. Email type, pretty sure that's just HTML. And message can be anything. I'm just going to pop that on here. And there we go. That's literally it. And from that, hopefully, I'm just going to use a voice. This is a global one, so let's get one of your American friends. So let's do Clyde, for example. Let's do execute the entire workflow. And you can see that, okay, the trigger has been scheduled. And this will take a little bit of time. It's kind of whirling around. This is Perplexity. It's doing that much larger report. Okay, so that's complete, which is great. And that's then converting. So if we go into here, then we can see the actual outputs. That's then been put into a 900 word thing. Welcome to this week's episode of Commercial Real Estate Insights podcast. I'm happy you could join me, etc. So this is the output. This is the 900 word output, which is super. That's then going through ElevenLabs now. Okay, it says it's all successfully done. It's now sent a message, and see in here we can see it's been downloaded here. So let's download it and play.
Welcome to this week's episode of the Commercial Real Estate Insights podcast. I'm happy you could join me for our briefing, where we dive into the latest developments and trends shaping the commercial real estate landscape. Let's jump in. This week, all eyes are on the Federal Reserve as markets await their highly anticipated interest rate decision on September 17th.
Okay, so, and then what you can do from there is, what I tend to do is I'll go into Claude maybe. Claude's just my favorite for in terms of writing. Okay, I was hoping for something slightly more engaging than that, I'll be honest. Something like Fed September rate cuts. Again, it's really not focusing. Maybe it's actually something in the script. Lastly, don't under Paris investment. No, the script is all fine. There's things in it. Maybe my prompts aren't. It's not prompting very well. Okay, so then what I would usually do from here is go from to my content creators. So Spotify for creators. Add a new episode. Select file. Obviously, what I would usually do is listen to it all, make sure there are no profanities or whatever. Upload it. What else we want the audience to know? It's called Cap Rates and Code. Hope you like that. And then you just go next. Review it all, etc. I'm just gonna save draft. But yeah, and that's essentially how you create a podcast.
And there you have it. In just under 20 minutes, we've built a fully automated workflow that will deliver a new podcast to our inbox every single week. We've used n8n, Perplexity, OpenAI, and ElevenLabs to completely agentize our content creation. If you found this useful, hit the like button and let me know in the comments what you'd like to see automated next. Subscribe for more AI and commercial real estate content. Thanks for watching.